your girl Namur, and welcome to the first episode of my YouTube channel. So basically, I'm just gonna be telling you a little bit about me, who is Norma. I'm a university dropout, the first thing. So, on my channel, you get to walk with me this journey as a university dropout, figuring out what to do next with my life, whether I'm gonna go back into school or whether I'm actually going to like try and invest into something else or major into something else. So we're going to be talking about different things. We'll have episodes where we talk about what to do, like you haven't been to university, you don't have a degree, how are you supposed to handle that? We're also going to try and venture into different things that you can do as a university graduate and you can't get a job, like what ways or what means can you go about it for you to actually be a little bit stable. Also, we're going to be talking about different things such as drug and substance abuse. We're going to be talking about early child marriages, or we're actually going to be talking about this thing that's been going on, like you get to the age of 24, 25, or you're done with school and you're not married, and it has become something that is considered a social issue, which is actually not supposed to be, because you get to choose how, when, or why you're deciding that you're actually going to get married at a later stage. So we're also going to be talking about different social things, and you get to travel with me, see different sides of the world together, and explore this life thing together. I don't have any answers to anything myself, but whenever I can help, whenever I can chip in, I'm willing to share the little knowledge that I have. And if anybody else has more knowledge, a broader knowledge on something, I would really love to have them over. So today I have a little bit of, something that I want to talk about. And it's not quite a very serious topic, but it's just something that I've thought of putting out there. So when we were younger, okay, when I was younger, for an example, I used to tell my friends that, you guys, when I get to the age of 18, I want to have my first kid. This was my dream, this was my wish. 18, I want to have my kids, have a man that loves me, that loves the child, settled, and we're trying to figure this life thing together. But with age and like with you being in school and a lot of different things happening midway, you not actually finding somebody that will marry you, this kind of shifted and changed, because by the time I got to the age of 18, 19, I was almost done with university, or I was actually done with university. That's when I was like, you know what, I'm actually might want to go to university first, do my 4 years, get a job, do stuff for my mom, my auntie, because I grew up with my aunt. So I was like, I'm going to do stuff for my parents after university. This whole thing of, okay, so I'm going to go to primary school. After primary school, I go to university. After university, high school. And then after high school, university. After university, you graduate. The next thing you're thinking about is probably marriage. That was me back then. But with the time, and circumstances that were beyond my control, I had to actually drop out of university. When you get to know me better and we get to interact, you may understand why I had to leave university with just a year left to actually finish my degree. Here's the thing, don't get me wrong, going to school is very good, because it actually opens so many doors, so many opportunities for you, but which is the way I wanted to go about it. But I didn't really, God had other plans for me, hence I ended up dropping out of university. I'm actually hoping that my story will inspire somebody out there. I'm not a motivational speaker, I'm not a great speaker, but I'm just trying to, have somebody learn a life lesson through my channel. So after dropping out of university, I moved. And life became a little bit difficult for me as somebody that had planned everything. Like, after I'm done with my high school, I'm gonna do university, graduate from university. I didn't really think along the plans of actually getting a job, because what I did was in media. I ventured in media. So for me, I was on some, okay, I'm going to have a studio and have like different type of things going on in there. But me not finishing my degree meant that my plans were kind of put on a halt, and therefore I had to adjust and figure out what's there. So after moving, life wasn't as easy for me the first days, because at some point you get to realize that now you are grown up. I'm not, like, I wouldn't want to think I'm too grown, but I mean, at some point I had to move out of my parents' house, and I am somebody that lives alone. And it was very difficult for me the first days, because imagine now you're trying to balance, like, now I got to understand why my aunt most of the time would be on some, don't overuse the soap in the house, or you guys are not keeping cooking oil and things like that. For me, I was like, why is she being a problem, because I didn't understand that you have to work for these things, and you have to work, and then you have to pay. So with me moving, at some point, like, my life, like, all my plans, they're on hold, because I didn't have a plan B. I didn't have a plan C. I only had a plan A. I go to school, I graduate, and things like that. So now, I had to think first. It wasn't just about me. Now it wasn't actually about me thinking first. It's me having to depend on myself for the basic things. Me having to depend on myself to actually have a roof over my head, which meant I had to get a job. First thing, I needed a job, and I was not selecting which kind of job to do. I've done jobs that you won't want to do, but I really didn't have an option, because I needed a roof, I needed clothes, I needed like food to eat, actually, and I got a job. Things weren't as rosy. Got my job, started working. I mean, right now where I am, I can afford a roof, I can afford food, and I can afford, but it's just that I'm not yet there where I want to be, which is where you come in and tell me this might work for you, this might not work for you. I might listen to some of it, not listen to some of it, because I'm still trying to shift my focus, shift from me thinking that a school was everything into actually finding that no, there's actually something else beyond school. Also, this is what people fail to understand when they're in school. They think after school life is actually going to be all roses and things like that. Like, oh, I should be done with school, I need to rest. School is better. One thing, going to school is better, because you have an option of staying sick and not going to school, and you know that somebody else is going to pay your fees. But now that you're out of school, you have bills to pay, and you have to keep yourself, which means you have to go to work, and where I live, where most people you are paid per hour, which means if you miss a day, you've literally missed like 8 hours of money's worth. Money is time, for real. Because when I was in Zimbabwe, I think whether you go to work or not, you probably still get the same amount of money end of month. Here, it's not like that. If you don't work, you don't get money. Of course, you get like sick leave or something like that. Like when you're sick, you get some money, or you have off days where you get paid, but it's not for everybody that does that. For myself, if I don't go to work, I don't get any money, which means I have to force myself out of bed every single day. And those that know me will know I love my sleep, but when we talk about money, the girl has to be active. So this is basically just me trying to bring you up to speed about my life, where I am at. I'm at a point where I haven't really figured out life. it's okay not to know what you want, but at some point you need to think about what you really want, right? So I've had people asking me questions like, are you going to go back to school? What are you going to do? I don't know. I don't even answer. But I know that at some point everything else is going to be figured out, because I really want to take my time to decide where I'm going to go, where this life is leading me, and what I'm actually going to do. So I am hoping that you give me the space for me to, fully explore my potential and, yeah, go through things. Thank you for watching.